John Maxwell said that you can love people without leading them, but you cannot lead people without loving them. Tonight, we are talking about leading with love, love in action for leaders. Hi, my name is Drocella Mugorewera, and I am also known as the Diversity Trust Builder because as a transplant refugee from Africa to America, I have learned the trials and tribulations of being different, of fitting in. And I realized that that experience was needed as an asset for many companies. I created the Diversity in Action framework to help corporations to eliminate employee turnover and increase revenues up to 50% by turning employees into loyal ambassadors of their brand. Why do I do what I do? And you see me smiling today, but in 2008, I was forced to flee my country because of oppression and persecution. Overnight, my life turned upside down. Without no money or a family member to rely on, I had only one choice: to adapt and create it. This is where I was inspired to create the Diversity in Action global movement to give to the world the best of myself. And talking about love, I wanted to shout out to Mary Gooden for organizing this summit, because wellness within, all things start within. In the Rwandan culture, they say you cannot give what you don't have. And I want to thank you all for being here and for listening, because you should have been somewhere else, but you decided to come to listen to me, to listen to other speakers. And we are grateful that you are here, being live or replaying. And thank you for showing up, because you are showing up for your community, you are showing up for your family, you are showing up for your goals. Talking about leadership, love is essential, as John Maxwell mentioned. Leaders have to be open-minded. They have to lead with love. They have to listen more to the people they lead, so they can provide solutions according to the problems that are out there. I am in the business of providing solution to employee turnover, because they say that employee retention will be another high priority for the next 5 years. We don't have to wait for 5 years, because I believe that there are good employees out of there, and there are good employers out of there. What is missing? We often say that people do business with people they trust. Why this principle doesn't work in many companies? If they need each other, employers and employees, how can they meet in between? It's because sometimes the type of leadership that is applied is top down. It's rare to ask employees what they want. But in the current environment, employees are requesting, they are demanding diverse and inclusive workplace. Now, how do we get there? Through love and through having that diversity in action within your company. First of all, when you are a leader, you are an influencer, and you are committed to your team. The first thing as a leader to create an inclusive company is to declare your commitment to diversity, inclusion, equity, and accessibility. You are here because you are committed to your goals and dreams. You want increase from and learn from different speakers. And by declaring your commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, you include your values. Why diversity as a leader matters for you. And when you are an empathetic leader who think and try to put your feet in the shoes of the people you lead, just imagine if somebody would tell you where you are competing or you are sending your resume that you don't belong there, do not apply. That time you could understand better why we want people to be more inclusive and welcoming. After you declare your commitment to diversity and inclusion and put why does it matter, in including the language the employees want to hear. If they want flexibility, if they want to be promoted, if they want to be heard, if they want an environment where they can speak clearly about their ideas and where they can share their stories about the frustrations and how they can contribute to the development of the company, that safe space is needed and they are demanding it. Second pillar, after declaring your commitment to diversity and inclusion, is defining your goals and metrics. What are the goals you are setting for your team and your company? Let us talk about trust again. How do you measure trust? How do you see people working and collaborating with others and asking questions freely? How are they championing each other? Because if there is no unity, no championship between your team members, this is how the breakage is. And as a leader, you have to be sure that you create those metrics. You measure how people are get promoted, how people are contributing, how do you measure the safety? How do you measure how people are safe in that environment? So when you set those goals and metrics, the third thing you do is to dedicate resources. I know some people, professionals who are diversity, equity, and inclusion professionals who are saying that sometimes they are appointed, but they are not given enough resources. When you love your family, you provide for the family, you find resources. Same with a company. You have to find resources that will help to implement diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts and strategies in your company. The fourth pillar of the diversity in action framework is to develop the training plan. Now, many of you are within the personal development. How many coaches do you have? How many mentors do you have? Every person who is successful has one. So are your employees. Your employees have to have resources to grow professionally and personally. And then when they are happy in your workplace, they will increase productivity, they will be loyal to you, and they will stay longer. And the fifth pillar is celebrating your team members. How do you celebrate your team members? Do you have a calendar? Which are the holidays besides the government or federal government or your holidays you're celebrating? That will increase the unity and the collaboration between your team members. Talking about love and leadership, I wanted you to put in the chat, who is the leader that inspires you? It can be a global leader, it can be a local leader, and they can be live or deceased. Please put in the chat, who is that leader who inspires you? For me, as we celebrate Nelson Mandela Day this week, President Nelson Mandela, former president from South Africa, I celebrate him, and he's an inspiration to me because he's a leader who promoted unity after coming from jail. He didn't want people to revenge. He was the champion of unity. And I am also a champion for unity. And I am a champion also for forgiveness, because good leaders will let go what is holding them back. So, and I am grateful that with Mary Gooden and other authors, we did collaborate to write this book, Leaders with a Heart, where we talk about global entrepreneurs creating massive impact. And as I told you, people say, Drocella, you fled, but you are engaged, you are happy. What happened? Where do you get energy and inspiration and stamina to do that? I want to read you one paragraph I wrote about the power of forgiveness, because the leaders, good leaders also, will let go what stopped them, hold them back, so they can be free to contribute 100% to their companies and the team. I have been asked where, after the challenges I have faced, because as I told you, I fled my country because of oppression and persecution and became a refugee in 2009 in America. I get the force to keep moving, stay energized, and create. I publicly forgave all the people that contributed consciously or unconsciously to my persecution. Negativity is not my friend. Negativity is my enemy. The oppression did not happen to me. It did happen for me. I focus more on the good thing that came out of it. Forgiveness is not a choice for me. It is a must from God, and it benefits you more than you offender. We have to forgive and pray for our enemies. I bring this into our conversation today because, there are many people who have trauma, there are many people who have been abused, and when they become leaders and they are still having that trauma, which is not released, it can affect their leadership. And they are being open-minded, because not only they lead with empathy and they are open-minded, but these leaders also have to have a vision. They have to have a vision for their organization. As a parent, if you are a parent, you have a vision for your family. As an entrepreneur, you have a vision for your business. So leaders who lead with love, they are visionaries. They give hope. Even during the crisis, they have to show empathy, and they have to listen more, and they have to share, to be transparent with the team they lead. And then E, they are empathetic. They lead the people, they listen to what they want, and they ask questions about what they want, their employees, what they want, so they can bring the ideas together. They are open to different ideas. So now I gave you my definition of practicing love in the leadership. Love, leading with empathy, leading, be open-minded, having a vision, and let it go. Let go whatever holds you up. And I want to ask you, what do you do to let go what is holding you up? When somebody frustrates you, what do you do? And we can have frustration at work, from home. And I want to give you a tip. What I learned when somebody frustrates me, what I do, I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. And if you do it in early morning, so it means you open your heart, you fill it with love, and you go to work, and you share that love with people you lead. And then after you write those 10 things you are grateful for in the morning, one of the things you have to say is sending love. Send love to all those people who are upsetting you or who are not giving you what you want, and then you can get frustration. And then take 5 minutes in a corner and ask your superpower, being God, being universe, what is the next step? Because we all in our lives have situations, circumstances, but we are bigger than those circumstances. So the 3 tips I give you again is every day as a leader who want to be more inclusive, more welcoming, more supportive to your team, a big listener, I want you to be grateful. Make gratefulness and gratitude your friend. And every morning, write things you are grateful for and send love to the people who may upset you, who may not support your program. And also take 5 minutes to calm you down and think about the next level. So now I did talk about how this diversity in action system can help your company. You have heard that companies who are diverse increase the revenues. Statistics shows the average of 35%. You can go up, and I want to help you with that. This is why I am inviting you to schedule a Zoom strategy session with me at Drocella360.com. DROCELLA 360.com, so we can have a conversation about how I can help you to go to the next level, so your company makes employee turnover a story. Your success is my mission. They want to collaborate with you to see how I can save money. I want to be your asset. I want to save money on hiring and rehiring, and through that strategic call, we will streamline the next step you can take. And one of the clients I work with, they said after working with me, they have a motto now: nobody is left behind. And I wish you a good day and a good evening. I look forward to working with you in the near future. Thank you, and may your success be a a good thing that will help your company and your community. Thank you.